Hello, my good people. So the series continues. In this story, we will be sharing on the ministry part of the story, and I know you are going to also learn a lot and to be inspired. So watch this video to the end and remember to share with friends and family. So, yeah, Mr. Tsuma, welcome again so much.
Thank you.
And so now let us get now to the music part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when did you know you have a talent in singing?
While I was very young,
Okay.
at home, we used to take drums. These are water drums for mom after she went carry water. We turn them upside down and we use them as ngoma.
Okay.
And we sing, you know, sing at the top of our voices.
Okay.
So from there is when I realized I had a gift for music.
Okay.
But also the church also nurtured me so much. In Sunday school, the Sunday school teachers, they realized also I had a gift. So they used to put me in the choir, even in the senior people choir.
Okay.
That's when I started singing now.
All right.
Yeah.
And now maybe when did you now come to the recording?
The recording, actually started the recording, when I after Form 4, that time I was spending a lot of time waiting to go to the university. And I was a little bit frustrated because I thought I will not go because I had not applied and all those things.
Okay.
So in that frustration, somebody gave me a guitar.
Yes.
And I used to sit at the beach alone, praying and singing. So that's when I started now composing songs. Out of, you know, distress, out of, you know, frustrations. I started composing songs, and then I realized, oh, so I can make a full song.
Wow.
Yeah. So from there, when I went to the university, I got exposure, because there now you find people from different places, people who are informed. So I got a few friends there who had already recorded their music, and I asked them how. And they showed me, and there's a friend of mine, he's called Geoffrey.
Yes.
He was very exposed. He already had cameras by the time we were in the university.
Yes.
Myself, I first saw a camera in the university. I saw first a computer in the university. So him, he was so much informed.
Okay.
And he helped me to go to the studio to record.
Okay.
So I did my first song in 2006.
That was early in campus, huh?
Yes, while I was in campus.
Okay.
Yeah, the song was called Window. It really got a lot of fame during that time.
Wow.
During that time, and people loved it until people nicknamed me Window. So
Wow.
the people who knew me by then. Yeah, so when I came to Mombasa, I tried to go to the media houses, and it was well received. That time, I remember several media houses played the song, and it did so well.
Wow.
It did so well. So the first album was done there, but then now, because of the hassles of life and the struggles that I was going through, I did not record again.
Okay.
I went through difficult life, but until when I came and my life started becoming stable, in 2015 is when I did the second album.
So like it took, that is almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, because from 2006 to 2015,
Yes.
9 good years.
9 years.
Wow, that's a lot. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when I did now my second album. And the second album, when I did the second album, I did it when I was also now very busy with life, because now business had started, ministry had started.
Oh,
So I just produced the songs, but I didn't get that time to go around promoting the music, go here, go there.
Yes.
So the album went it went a little bit down.
Down, huh?
Yeah, because I didn't have that time
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
So the only places I just posted it on social media.
Yes.
It grew so much you find that in YouTube I have so many views.
Yes.
But in people's homes and people knowledge, they don't know the songs so much. Yeah, because they haven't
Had it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is right now that I'm planning to do the third album, and it's going to be a hit because now at least I have employees, I have people working, so I have time. I can now promote my music, I can go to places, I can sing, I can do these functions and events. So right now when I'm doing the third album, I am sure it's going to be a hit. It's going to transform the music industry.
Yeah, and it is going to transform many people.
Many
yeah?
people,
because
yes.
if the person himself from within is already inspiring, even what is coming out of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is sure
exactly.
going to be a blessing. Huh? Wow, wow. So music-wise, that is how the journey has been. Huh?
That's how it has been.
Oh, wow, wow.
But I'm not yet there yet.
Yes.
Musically,
Okay.
I'm not there yet because I told you the first album, the challenges of life and hardship. When I did the second album is when now my businesses were starting to peak.
Oh, yes.
So I didn't get time.
Oh.
So now, now is when I want to get now into music seriously.
Okay. Wow, and now tell us now about because we saw you singing and performing at the Crusade, where there was Rose Mohando, the SOS Crusade, which was a very big and a very nice crusade. You did a very good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so tell us the background to you getting there.
The team that was ministering there is called Worship Outburst. We started Worship Outburst, I think in 2018, and Worship Outburst is a group that is carrying members from several churches in Likoni.
Okay.
They come together, we form one choir.
Yes.
So when the SOS were coming, I also belong in the Pastors Fellowship because I'm a pastor and I'm a leader there. I'm the deputy treasurer in the Pastors Fellowship. But also in the Pastors Fellowship, I was given a duty. I am the leader of Creative Arts Department.
Okay.
So whenever we have a big crusade or any meeting that combines all the churches, they give me to be in charge of music and every other thing.
All right.
So when the SOS was coming, I'm the one who was given the mandate to organize the music, to get the singers, to get the drama team, to get the dancers and all that.
Okay.
So when we were given that opportunity, because we already had an existing group, the Worship Outburst, so we decided to use that group for the choir.
All right.
So we have used that, but within Mombasa, we have other groups for live worship now. We have another group in town. It's called Glorious Encounter. I'm the music director there. And I've been doing music directing over 5 years right now.
Okay.
So even many other groups that I don't belong, they call me to help them to do music directing.
Okay.
And so apart from recording, we also do live music. Now, like what you saw in the crusade. Yes.
Okay. Wow, that is very nice. And when did you start this group? Let's say the Worship Outburst.
The Worship Outburst started in 2018.
Oh, 2018. Only 4 years, and you have grown. Tell us the secret.
Well, I would say it is consistency.
Okay.
Because keeping a group is not easy. People would want to left. People want to say this. People want to. They have their own self-interests.
Yeah.
But now as a leader, you just make sure that the group is relevant. Okay. So we organize events after events after events. Okay. So the people get involved and they don't want to leave. Okay. Because now we are not dormant. Yes. But if you're dormant, people will want to go away and look for something.
Being persistent and active
and
all the time.
Active, yes.
Okay.
Even now we're planning this December 2nd, we're going to have a very big worship night in town.
Wow.
The same group.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, so we keep them busy. Yes. So that now everybody wants to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And now coming now to the pastorhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us when it all started.
With the pastor, it's a little bit tricky. I didn't want to become a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the Lord who brought me and he pulled me. The Bible says, he made some to become this, to become this, to be. So I was made. Okay. It was not from willingness.
Okay.
The reason is because while I was going through all those sufferings, I was in church. Okay. And I saw the pastors that were my pastors by then. I saw the way they struggled with life. And I see the way many pastors are struggling with life. And so I thought if I become a pastor, I will struggle like them. So I didn't want to become a pastor.
Okay.
So I remember after campus, I joined a particular church in Nairobi. And the pastor there made me a youth pastor. Because I could preach, I could teach, I could do this, I could sing. I was naturally a leader. So he made me a youth pastor. And then after a while, he wanted to make me an assistant pastor. I ran away from that church. I joined, So I joined another church
Yes.
now in town. The first church was in Zimmerman, an area in Thika Road. So this other church now was in town. So I went to town in a place that nobody knew me. So I stayed there. That is where I became a driver. So I was just a driver and I was satisfied. But the pastor there saw me and told me, you have a gift of a pastor. So I will train you. So he trained me for 1 year. Then in December, I was supposed to graduate so that he can anoint me to become a pastor.
Yes.
That December, I ran away. I came to Mombasa.
Okay. You ran away because you don't want to be a
I
pastor.
didn't want to be a pastor. So when I came to Mombasa, that was now 2013. That is after the hassles of Rwanda and all that.
Yeah.
When I came back to Nairobi, that's when they wanted to make me a pastor. I ran away. I decided now to live in Mombasa. Imagine I left Nairobi because I didn't want to be a pastor.
Okay.
So I came to Mombasa. That's when I started now my businesses,
Yes.
my water engineering businesses. So when I came, the church that had brought me up while I was in school in
Yes.
Mombasa,
Yeah.
here in Lekoni, I went back to the same church. And my pastor, because they loved me, said, "Oh, our boy, you have grown.
You have come back.
You have come back. Now you have businesses.
Yes.
So what we do is that we will make you the assistant pastor." I ran away from that church.
You ran away.
Yes.
Hey,
So I decided
hey.
I will go to a church that nobody knows me. I'll go there and keep quiet there. So I joined a church in Ujamana where I had started the secondary school. There was a neighboring church there. So I introduced myself there as a teacher.
Yes.
So they didn't know me. They just knew I'm a teacher. And I was there as a teacher.
Yes.
And I succeeded to stay almost a year without
Yes.
anyone telling me about issues as pastor.
Yes.
So, but then now that's when I had gotten my fiancée and we wanted to get married.
Yes.
So we got married in the same church. We had a good wedding.
Yes.
And I moved back to Nairobi because she was working in Nairobi.
Yes.
So the school I left, somebody was working in the school. So while I was there, the pastor here in Lifeway called me and told me, "My son, the Lord has told me that you have the gifting of a pastor. So you need to come to Mombasa so that we talk." I told him, "No, I will not come."
Where?
So while in Nairobi, I joined a church. It's called Sitam. You know these Sitam
Yeah,
churches.
yeah.
We were at Sitam Thika Road.
Yes.
And while I was there, we became the worship leaders there with my wife.
Yes.
So I knew now Sitam is a big church. There's no way they can make me a pastor.
Yes.
Yeah, because it has thousands of people. So I was
Now
safe
you are
there.
like, you are now free from being a
Yes.
pastor.
So when I stayed there, because now the Lord had looked for me for so long,
Yes.
the Lord, I would say, like he punished me. So my jobs started going down. The engineering jobs were not coming through. The school almost got closed.
What?
The students were going away. And my wife also, life became difficult, was not getting salaries. Things started becoming difficult.
Everywhere, chaos.
Yes, everywhere. Until now, I was depending on my wife. She get the kidogo salary she gets. She pays our rent. She pays our food. She gives me pocket money, everything.
What?
And life was difficult for almost a year. Almost, I think the year 2015, that was the year 2015. It was a
Yes.
difficult year for me.
Okay.
And so one day I asked my wife, could it be the reason that I've been running away to be a pastor? And she said, it could be true. Why don't you just agree? And I said, okay, let me try and see. If it is that reason, then our financial life will change.
Yes.
So I came back to Mombasa and saw the pastor and told him, "Pastor, I think I am ready now. I'm now ready." So he told me, "Are you ready?" And I told me, "Yes, I'm ready." So he told me, "Fine, if you're ready, then you go. We will arrange in December, we anoint you, and then we pronounce you as a pastor."
Yes.
So that same weekend, I went back to Nairobi. When I went, jobs started coming back.
Wow.
Things started opening up. So I knew, so that was the reason.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how after the date came, we came back with my wife. I was anointed. I was made a pastor.
Yes.
And now, so we had to move from Nairobi to Mombasa.
All right.
My wife had to resign from her job. She had a very good job. She's working at Kenyatta University as a registrar.
What?
Yeah.
Eish.
So she had to leave her job because of family.
Okay.
So she came here and we were afraid because we thought, ameacha kazi kubwa, how are we going to survive?
Yes.
And my job ziko vile vile. But the Lord has been faithful.
Okay.
Has been very faithful. We
Yes.
became assistant pastors at the Lifeway Church in Ujama, at the headquarters. I was an assistant pastor there until 2018, from 2015 to 2018.
Yes.
So after those 3 years, they now opened a branch for us
Okay.
in Shelly Beach.
Okay.
Now they sent me as a senior pastor.
Okay.
So we came there as a senior pastor. We started small. Now the Lord has grown the church until we have bought our own land. We are building
Wow.
now.
Hey, that's
And,
a great testimony. Yeah. Especially here in Likoni.
Here in Likoni.
Yeah.
We are building a big church. I think
Wow.
it is not here.
Wow.
We are building a 5-story building.
Okay.
Yes, so the church is going to be up there
Where are you building?
in Shelly Beach.
Shelly Beach.
Yes.
Wow. So as people come to swim, after swimming, they go for prayer.
Yes, they go for prayers.
Wow, that's
So
so,
the Lord has
interesting.
been faithful.
Wow.
The Lord has been faithful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you share briefly a short experience of being a pastor? Because people have different perceptions, like the way you had a different, negative actually perception. Yeah. Yeah, tell us something about that.
I would say the callings are different and the graces are different.
Okay.
For me as a pastor, I would see it's good to be a pastor. Because one thing, I have an opportunity every day to grow people, to teach people, to guide people.
Yes.
But at the same time also, I am a working pastor. So I'm not a full-time, just in the ministry.
Sure.
I have businesses running. I am an engineer myself. So it's easy. Ministry is easy for me because I take care of myself and my family. I don't have to depend on offerings and sadaka to eat and do that. So for me, because of that grace that the Lord has given me, I'm able to work, get my own money. It's easy for me. I bought my own vehicle with my own money. So when I'm driving, I'm not guilty that hii ni sadaka ya mtu.
Okay.
Yeah, at least with that, I find being a pastor is easy and good. But of course, it's not the same for everyone. People have different lives. Yeah, so I wouldn't force everyone to go and work and be a pastor. Yeah, there's some who can't do that.
There are also those who are full-time pastors.
Yeah, they're full-time. God is also blessing them in another way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. And now, lastly, how have you been able to balance? You are a pastor, you are an engineer, you are a father, you are a business person. What has enabled you to balance?
I wouldn't say it's really balance. I would say it is working with people.
Okay.
I don't work alone. So like in church, I have leaders who are running the church. I am only overseeing.
Yes.
In the music industry, in the groups, I have leaders in every group. They are running the groups. I am overseeing. In my business, I have employees.
Yes.
They are, even as we speak, people are doing work right now. I am only overseeing.
Okay.
In family, my wife is the one who is doing the things.
Okay.
I oversee. She tells me I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So working with people is helping me to do all these 101 things at the same time, and they all succeed.
Okay.
Because I'm not a jack of all trades.
Okay.
I'm not here at the same time, there at the same time, there now.
Wow.
So I think the secret is working with people.
Learning to handle people differently, embracing teamwork. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But for a truth, you can't balance all those things.
Yes.
It's not possible.
It's not easy.
Definitely kuna moja ita fail, ingine ita nini.
Anyway.
You need people.
You need people. And now, what can you tell someone young out there or any person watching you today, because your story has been so inspiring, from living in that deep poverty to now employing more than 30 people? It's so inspiring. Eh? Maybe you could have one word for them.
Well, what I could say is that everything is possible with hard work and trusting God.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, we have to take it as our own initiative and work hard.
Work hard.
But also, as we're working hard, we trust God.
We trust God.
Yeah, because it is the Lord who will make us successful.
Okay.
Everything that we do, He makes us successful. So those two things, that we need to work hard as young people. We should not be lazy. We should go. We should be persistent.
Yes.
We should, if you want to pass through that wall,
Yes.
you need to pass through it.
You have to pass.
It doesn't matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think that's the best thing. That's why for me, right now, if I see young people trying to start their own things, I really want to support them.
Wow.
Whichever, it's very rare for you see me, I turn down, somebody has come, I want this, and mambia here haiwezekani, you know.
Oh.
I usually try to help them,
Okay.
because even me, I started
You started
small.
somewhere.
And it is because people trusted me, that's why I'm at this level
Wow.
now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in short, you are the only one who can limit yourself. Huh?
that's true.
Yes. Wow. So my people, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, you have been a big inspiration to us, Moses.
Thank
God
you.
bless you so much, and all the best in everything. I won't list one by one, but all the best in everything. Keep inspiring more, keep being a blessing even to this generation. And I know, yes, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
The sky is the limit. Huh? Yeah. So thank you so much for accepting even to be here with us today. We are so much humbled.
Thank you.
Yeah, so guys, thank you for watching. I know you have also been inspired as I have been, and yeah, go ahead, share this video to be able to inspire more and more people. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Lynn Nyawera.